Yeah, hello Africans. So, last time we talked about re-engineering, looking for tools and using the same tool to re-engineer Africa. There are tools that were used by our colonizers, by our oppressive system and the oppressors to get Africans to where we are right now. One of them we've discussed is religion, and the other we would be looking at is education. Yes, our educational system was designed in such a way that to teach us things as our oppressors, but not true to our originality. Some of the things that we actually learned were counterproductive to where we were coming from as Africans. They were not truly a representation of our culture, of our tradition, and of our heritage as African. And as such, some of this education actually led us to become more loyal to the European culture, the Western way of life, than our African and traditional way of life. And also would, because we were not loyal to our traditional and African way of life, we were also not able to improve on some of the things that we were supposed to improve as Africans. For instance, instead of improving our land, instead of building our land, instead of using some of the educations and informations we have gotten in school to build our land, it was not. It was really to be able to extract the natural resources, the mineral resources, the human resources to other Western countries. But it's time to begin to re-engineer the tools that were used to get us to the point where we are to where we ought to be or where we should be as Africans. So let's ask ourselves, what role is our educational system or the informations we've acquired over the years, what role is it playing in our lives as Africans in such a way that it begins to position us to work on our continent to get to where we ought to be and where we should be in the scope of things? We need to ask the question. It should play a role. Education should play a role. It shouldn't just be something we bag for just bagging sake or bragging sake. It shouldn't be something we get for just for the sake of respect, just to put some respect at the back of our names. No, it should be towards the furtherance, towards the improvement of Africa, towards the reconstruction and the rebuilding of Africa. And that is what education is supposed to be. And that is the role it should play in our land. So the question again is, what role is your acquired education playing in the reconstruction of the African continent? If it is not playing any role, then you might have to unlearn everything you've learned so far and begin to relearn and start learning consciously as an African in such a way that everything that you are learning can be taken to the market to buy resources and raw materials towards the redevelopment and the reconstruction of Africa. That's my take for you for now. See you in the next episode.